How's it hanging, YouTube? Intolerable here, bringing you my first ever, if you want to say, gaming vlog or gaming vlog. However, I know everybody's different with it, but I say vlog. I like it better. It's your opinion. But this is my first ever gaming vlog, and it's going to be a little bit different due to the fact that it's my first one. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself first. My real name is Steven, with a PH, not a V, get it right. I'm 17 years old, about to turn 18. I'm a senior in high school, and I love it. I'm glad I'm getting out of high school. Very glad. Plans after high school, I really don't have any. Well, as far as like college goes, I really don't want to go to college. It's not like a desire to me. I mean, you have your opinions, I have mine, and you're free to say what you will, but I just don't see college as really an opportunity for me. I'm one of those people where I've gone through as far as 13 to 14 years of hell, being annoyed with school, having to wake up early in the morning, and I understand after that you'll have work and all, and it's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be a lot better when I have my own place. I hate school more than anything, and I don't want to make it 17 rather than 13 years, so it's not for me. I do know what I'm going to do after high school, and it's going to be underwater welding, which I'm a scuba diver. I'm licensed to scuba dive, and I weld, so it'd be really fun for me to pursue that. I'm not looking to get big off of YouTube, rather than just to connect with people more or less, because I love it when you guys, talk to me and really get into my videos. It makes me really happy. But other than that, I'm really boring. The main topic I wanted to talk to today is basically how I got into gaming, and I've been in gaming a very long time, since I was old enough to hold a joystick. Basically, the big influence on me as a gamer was my uncle. He's about 8 or 9 years older than me, and I was born in '96, so it's really about the time the Super Nintendo and all the old school games kind of quit going out, and the Nintendo 64, which by far is the best video game console. Console wars, I do not care about Xbox or PS3. 64 was the shit. But anyway, that was about the time 64 started coming around, and I was always watching him play Star Fox, Mario, Donkey Kong, and it was really killer, and I loved it. And this is about the time I was a few years old, and I really started playing like on the old, you remember all the old joysticks and Pac-Man and Dig Dug, and that's games for a kid where you could really understand, and I got really good at those. And then once I turned about 6 or so, I was able to fully understand how to hold a basic controller and use it. So I started playing Mario 64 and Mario Kart, and that really started it right there. That finished it basically. Mario 64 is the best game ever made. #1 in my opinion on the top games ever made. But I started with the 64 and it just kicked off from there. 64, I went from 64 to I don't know which one came first. It was either GameCube or PS1, but I think it was the GameCube. I went from the Nintendo 64 to the GameCube. That's where I played. I had my cool Spider-Man games and stuff, and I had my Super Smash Brothers. One of my other top 5 games would probably be Super Smash Brothers. I kill at that one. And I went from the GameCube to the PlayStation, or the PS1, and I had Cabela's Big Game Hunter. I had Shadow Man. That was a killer one. But I went from I'm all PlayStation Nation all the way. I'm not for Xbox or against Xbox. I won't even get into the console wars because that's ridiculous to argue about. But really, I went from PS1 to PS2, which I had Shadow Man again. I had my wrestling games, the original Call of Duties, all that. Medal of Honor was a killer one for me. Then I went to my beloved PS3, and I played that ever since. I got into Call of Duty, really hardcore into Call of Duty. I was a trick shotter for a while. Then I went MLG for a while. I wasn't really good at it, but I like to think that I was. After that, I went back to trick shotting for a little bit, but it just kind of bored me. I did like MLG, but I decided that I was just going to be like a podcaster, more of a commentator for it. And then after all that, I've really kind of dumbed down on the games. I played different games other than Call of Duty. You know, I play some sports games. I like NHL, I like NCAA, the new Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, all kind of games like that. But PS2 is where I'm going to stay. Next gen console, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit, at least 6 months to get the PS4, because there's really not much more that you're going to do, and the amount of games that they have is very limited right now. So I'm going to stick with my old school PS3 for a while. Anyway, guys, this is just going to be a quick little one. I wanted you guys to know who I am, how I got into gaming, and really just to connect with you guys. If there's anything you guys want to ask me, don't be afraid to either put in the comment section or inbox me. I check it most likely daily. I'll get back to you as quick as I can, and it'd be much appreciated to leave some feedback, maybe a like, sub, or just tell me what you'd like to see less of, more of. If it's like, hey, intolerable, you suck, I don't care. Negative, positive, it all affects me in a good way because it's you guys connecting with me, and I love it. So, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Be ready for the next one. It's going to be a lot more into gaming, and I'm sorry about this one. I felt like I needed to do it, and I'm out. Stay safe and sexy.